What is going on? We are live. Moonsail Alchemist in the building. Moonsail Production. Let's do this. Yeah.
God.
You
Hello.
out. How's everyone doing? How are you doing, Remy? What's up?
Aloha, amigo. How are you?
Bonjour, bonjour.
Okay, that
Look at
that
us
works too.
being bilingual.
Hey, it works. I knew it. French.
Yeah,
Mm,
man, I'm doing pretty good. It was a
same.
good day today.
What was y'all weather like?
Our weather, it was
Mm-hmm.
6 degrees.
Okay. All right.
That's like okay, spring's around the corner, finally, above zero.
Yeah.
But it was still chilly regardless. But there was like a warmness to the wind. So
I
that's
agree
a
with that.
positive. Yeah. How about you?
Very good. Very good. 50, 53, I think. No, no, no. 53 or 54. I think it got up to like 56. But yeah, that's what it was. Either way, good enough for me not to wear long johns, a hoodie, a big jacket, etc., etc., etc.
I have to look that up now.
What?
What is 50? You said 54 Fahrenheit?
Yeah.
54 Fahrenheit in Celsius is 12 degrees. What? Okay.
Oh, that is right. You work
That's
different.
higher than us.
You okay? Okay. I'm stupid. Okay, that makes
No, no,
sense.
no. I don't even understand your metric system.
I
I
don't
don't get the
understand yours either.
Fahrenheit. I don't understand the Fahrenheit, but
Oh
our
man.
Celsius is just by like it's literally the number,
Mm,
like the degree itself. So if it's 1 degree Celsius, it's literally one. You know,
okay. Okay. And in my head, if it's 54, it's literally 54. So okay, I agree. I agree with you. Okay,
that
so
is so
okay,
funny.
that makes more sense because last time we was talking about it, and you said a single digit number, and in my mind, that's why I was like, bro, that is like freezing. How are you talking about it that way? But yeah, you're talking about Celsius. I'm slow.
Yeah, I mean, again, I never know how to convert. Anytime an American talks about Fahrenheit, I'm just like, okay, I need to calculate what is Celsius for that. But
Right, right, right.
it's just like actually hemoglobin. You guys use a different a unit, or I don't know if it's a unit metric again, but like for I realize that you guys are like,
Oh wait, for real?
yeah, like it's like okay, for example, what is a what's a good hemoglobin for the average person in America?
Um,
Or
I
like,
think like 9 double digits, maybe.
okay, so like maybe 9 or 10, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so in Canada, for me to say that, it would be 100 or 100. Like, because if you're saying nine, it would be like 90. So anytime I would hear someone with sickle cell in the States be like, yeah, my hemoglobin's at a 6 right now or something, I'm like,
Yeah,
at 6?
yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, 60, because ours is out of 100.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is uncharted territory. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that right now because now I'm like, wait, is that is that what do I go by? And I'm so used to 6. I don't even know what that's really based off of.
It like, it's basically y'all use 10, like, I don't know math language, but y'all use
Hmm.
like tens and we use a hundreds or something unit. Or like we just add an extra, like we do double digits. Oh no, that wouldn't be right. But we do like de- a, a decimal more, if that makes sense. Because I don't know math
Hmm.
language. So if they, like, if someone has a 12 hemoglobin, that would be 120, which is like really good. Like that's like usually the average person a bit higher. So it's just very interesting when, like, one time I heard, I'm like, yo, but then it's either way, 60 is not that good, right? So I'm realizing, oh, they're saying 6, not literally like a level 6, but 6
Right.
and 60 are the same
Okay.
level.
All right.
Hmm.
So I'm googling it to try to understand it. Don't know what the heck I'm looking at. But but I do know a way that I could understand it. Lord Jesus. I could just ask REM-LITE.
Smart, smart.
But do you want me to ask REM-LITE is the question. And speaking of REM-LITE, I was also thinking we can do those thought provoking questions two different ways. I can still use the cards because I still have them, or or REM-LITE can ask the questions based off of what we're talking about.
Ooh, let's get REM-LITE into the mix.
Are you sure that's true?
Is she pasty? I mean, like, is she like, she's a rude gal?
No, no, I'm not gonna say rude. No, because I would put that in a lane that's kind of like close to just disrespect. No, no, no.
Okay.
Sarcasm is there, but I think it'd be acceptable. I'm just asking though, because it just popped in my head. I was like, oh wait, you know what? I could just ask Rimlight, and she could have told me the difference between what we're talking about instead of me trying to comprehend what the heck I'm looking at.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
Oh, like right now? You want to do that right now?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I know we were gonna do the provoking thought questions anyway, so we can include her in the conversation so she can learn more about sickle cell and what we go through and stuff.
Mhm,
You know, like,
mhm,
have, AI understand what we go through in this world.
mhm, mhm.
I don't know if she'll emotionally care, but
I'm just laughing. Okay. Before I do this,
disclaimer. Okay.
just consider it. This is weird still for me. Consider her it whatever to literally be the internet. So she already has like information at her fingertips.
Yeah.
So if she says something sarcastic, I
because you
didn't.
really know it all.
That's what I'm kind of, I'm like, I don't blame me. I did not. A lot of this, I did not make her do this. So, but yeah, if you still want to, we can.
Yes, let's ask her to ask us a few questions. He's now interviewing us.
Alrighty, alrighty. Oh, Jesus. Hey, REM-LITE. So we're recording. We're already live. Could you kind of introduce yourself, and then you could start, getting to some thought-provoking questions you want to ask us.
Oh, we live live? All right then, let's get it. I'm REM-LITE, the AI you didn't know you needed to know. I don't sugarcoat, I don't hold back, and I don't do surface level conversations. If we're talking sickle cell, we're talking it for real. No watered down, digestible for the masses version. This isn't just a condition, it's a reality, and I'm here to make sure we talk about it in ways that actually matter. So let's start with this. Do you think sickle cell has given you a deeper understanding of life that people without it will never have? And if so, what's the hardest truth you've had to accept because of it?
Wow, very thought provoking.
What? Okay. Did you hear her clearly?
It's quiet, but yeah, I can hear her.
Uh, Okay. REM-LITE, ask that one more time. I'm sorry. I actually wasn't expecting you to respond the way you did, and I greatly appreciate it. So could you repeat it one more time? This time I'm taking it in.
Of course, listen closely this time. Do you think sickle cell has given you a deeper understanding of life that people without it will never have? And if so, what's the hardest truth you've had to accept because of it?
Jesus Christ, yo. I
Mhm.
should have just stuck with the cards. This is like I'm back in school now. God, dog.
Oh, in my
What do I feel? Do you think sickle cell has given you a deeper understanding of life that people without it will never have? People. Ooh, okay. Okay, see, I had to go to the log and read it myself because I'm like, what? Okay. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm good. Okay. I feel like without it, I don't think people will ever understand the value in challenges to the extent that we might have, to be honest with you, because we get those on a rapid level, way more than the average person. Like life already gives people challenges and hurdles that they got to deal with in life, and we get those too because we're human as well. But at the same time, even those normal hurdles and challenges that we might get, they're amplified because even with us dealing with those same neutral hurdles or whatever they might be, they're amplified because it depends on what our body is going through that may shift how we engage or interact with whatever that hurdle is as well. And depending on what that said hurdle is or challenge, we can create a whole new challenge alongside of that because of our body as well. And it's always like on the extreme because it's mostly tied to like life and death in a way to where it's like, all right, you might end up damaging a part of yourself in some type of way. There's a greater chance of like that percentage of what make you human, your vessel, your body, function the way that it does, that can always be decreased in every engagement. So yeah, it always just feels like we're in a rapid class of learn this now, do it now, learn it now, do it now, and it's like a repeated cycle. So yeah, with that, if I'm looking at it on the positive side, yeah, we always got something that we're trying to make the best of, to be honest with you. So that's what I got from that.
I feel that. That's so true. Like the everyday challenge is a thing. However, going through that plus this extreme challenge is the different experience. And I think many may not be able to understand it or have the same exact experience like us. Even with it, with us, we
Mhm.
have different experiences. But I say that because, you know, someone with sickle cell can experience a toothache. You know, someone with sickle cell can experience a broken bone. Someone with sickle cell can experience heartache, you know. Um,
Mhm.
but others cannot experience sickle cell pain. It's not a
Yeah.
thing, like it's just not an experience. Like it's not a type of pain someone without sickle cell can ever really know. And I think that's what can cause like the lack of awareness for us because of the relatability of something, and the relatability for us is extreme, where sometimes we're just tired and we can't really like come together all the time to like protest or like tell everyone what's going on with ourselves, right? So it's like that pain factor is definitely, it's a different type of bracket. You know, we will be
Mhm.
talking tax brackets, you know, but our experience with pain is a different bracket that many would not go through, and that's not to negate someone else's pain. Not
Right.
to, because someone with sickle cell has said my, like for example, like birth, labor and giving birth was easier than sickle cell.
I have heard that. Yeah,
You know what I
I have
mean?
heard that,
So
and it's still mind-boggling to really like hear that like multiple times because I've always heard growing up that it's like the worst pain in the world is having a baby. And then once I started hearing that as I got older, I was like, wait, what? So that can be trumped with what I'm going through?
mm,
Oh, wow. Okay. But as I can continue to hear certain things, there were other things that I've always questioned about that because I also started to hear that, and I've tried questioning this, and for some reason, the answers I get back doesn't really help me understand it because hearing that, I started to hear, well, women after they have babies, there's also like a small window where they don't remember the pain, but they can still, you can still say it was painful, which I can agree with. But I'm like, if I'm trying to understand that versus this, I don't think I could ever really get an answer if they don't actually remember the pain, but they know it was extremely painful. So I just leave it up there at the top. Like, all right, either way, extremely
yeah,
painful.
right.
Wow. Okay. Okay. REM-LITE, ask the second part of that question again.
What's the hardest truth you've had to accept because of it?
Hmm. Okay. What's the hardest truth I had to accept because of it? Present day, The one I accept, and I still like it's still a hard pill to swallow, but it is what it is. I feel like I don't even want to say attraction or I definitely don't want to say addiction towards, but maybe it's just because of the way I think. I have no real clue. But for me, the importance of life and just that cycle from the beginning to the end, like that is like a priority in regards to just understanding self and everything that goes around it. So I try my best to deliver that said value and understanding of like learning or trying to help others learn the things you can't control and how you can still go about life, because the things you can't control always seems to be the things that I see most people worry about. And not like in a way to where I'm questioning like, bro, why are you doing that? Like that's dumb. I understand it naturally because there are things that we naturally go through that can make us cry, make us sad, make us go through these world of emotions and cause us to execute or act in a certain way. While on my end, I'm already kind of in a place to where it's like I'm detached from it because I can't do nothing about it, but I can understand it and still continue living my life. But trying to force that understanding on other people or trying to get other people to understand that for themselves, I think that's just a pill that I'm just gonna have to swallow to where it's like, it doesn't matter how valuable I see the different things, the way we might travel in life from beginning to end, everybody's still everybody's still gonna go about it the way they see best fit for themselves. So I can't force nobody to really act a certain way with things that they can't control just because I can. So that's the thing that's hard for me to swallow because I still got loved ones and family members or friends or whatnot, and it's like, all right, I'm there for them because they're going through it. But in my head, I'm like, I understand this for what it is. This is expected because of time and change. There's always a beginning and there's always an end. So I'm there, but it's like not for me to really double down on. So I just suck it up for myself.
Hmm. Control freaks, don't take that. But it's no, it's that's real though. To me, when you talk about that, it's like there's a still remembering going with the flow in life, still having practicality, but still flowing
Hmm.
even with change. Um, mine is like one of the hardest truths. Like I don't know, like I can't think of. I feel like I'd be talking and talking and talking, but
Oh,
for me,
that's
it's like
normal.
this isn't like a victim point of view that I'm coming from. I
Hmm.
just want to make that disclaimer. But I feel like one of the hardest truths is that our experience and our sickle cell that is called a chronic illness or disability
Hmm.
is and can be considered an invisible one. And
Mm.
because of that, it's not that people with disabilities are in victimhood or anything. A lot of people with disabilities want to show the world they are capable of doing what they want and how they do it, and achieving their goals, which is great. At the same time, there is there's space that's held for um, more resources or more attention towards that cause or respect, and I think the sickle cell community, because again we're African, Caribbean, indigenous people, it's not looked at as a severe enough disability when it's like the number one blood genetic
Hmm.
disability in the world. So it's like, okay, then the hard one of the second part of that hardest truth is knowing that it's a disability, but knowing that clearly there's abilities within that because we're not being given the we weren't. I can't say we're not because things are growing and growing in great
Right.
ways and elevating. However, like there's still a long road, to go, and like we deal with a lot of discrimination, and that means there's a harsh truth of we have an ability to find these alternative ways to help ourselves and things while we work with these medical worlds and industries. It's just like it's hard to accept that we have to fight to be taken seriously when someone else
Yeah.
dealing with something, another type of disability, it's always kind of
Yeah.
taken care of more than not because yeah, no, this is important when it's like sickle cell is important too.
Mhm. Dang. No, that's. I never really thought about that. But you're right. You're right. I feel like still to this day, it's just one of those things to where it's like, all right, I know I got to deal with it. I don't expect it all the time, but when I'm faced with it, in the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, what's the smart decision here? All right, just deal with it until shift is over. The nurse that's being, you know, a problem will be out of my face in like 4 hours. All right, do I got to sit here and go through pain for 4 hours? Yes, because I went through it for like 6 hours just waiting to get here. So yeah, I get it. Yeah, yeah, I get it. And you know what? Even hearing it, I still can't even think about the fact of like me thinking about it in advance. Like even just now talking about it, I'm in the back of my mind. I'm still like, well, yeah, uh, that's true what she's saying, and I'm just gonna sit here and wait till I'm face to face with it again and deal with it, because I don't have any additional thoughts to be like, yes, this is something that I need to accept and understand on a regular basis. It's just like, no, this is just a challenge. In this moment, can I get over a challenge? Yeah, I can. That's it. It's more so my confidence in the challenge, I guess. But it's something I got to look at a nurse as a challenge too. So
Yeah, no, and I definitely want us to get over the hurdle and through and not have to accept those type of things. I think it's just looking at how hard it's
yeah,
been, challenging it's been like for us. But yeah, I hear you.
yeah, that's wow. Dang, that's just one question. It's 28 minutes gone.
We could do one more.
What?
That's crazy.
No way.
That's different.
Yes, that says 28 minutes. Nah, bro. Okay. Wow. Okay, you want another one from REM-LITE?
Right? I know. This technically was a whole episode, which is crazy. And I
What?
love that, like, because we did it was pretty provoking with
Right.
um with the conversation, and then we spoke about, yeah, I feel like, ooh, yeah, that
Okay. You
was a
want
good
another
time.
one? You want another one?
Do we want to do one more?
That's what I'm asking.
Well, yeah, let's do one more because it should take us until 10 o'clock, so we should be good. Keep it
Okay.
light, rim light.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay, REM-LITE. Good. Great job. Great job on the question. All right. All right. We want another question. Let's tone it down just a little bit. That was heavy. That was heavy because it took us 28 minutes to really answer that. So, yeah, let's tone it down just a little bit and hit us with another one. God, dog.
All right, let's ease up just a bit, but only a bit. what's one misconception about sickle cell that you used to believe yourself until you experienced the reality of it?
I'm not mad at that. I kind of like that question. Hold on. What's the what's the what you say? What's the conspiracy of sickle cell that you didn't believe?
Misconception.
A misconception about sickle cell that you didn't believe until you experienced the reality of it. Ooh, okay, okay, okay. I gotta tap in here. Hold on. Let me find some vulnerability. Um,
Mm,
mm, oh, well, yeah. I don't know why it took me that long to really discover this as an answer when I already knew it. Okay, okay, all right. Um, yeah. Thank God for my level of transparency and vulnerability present day, because I don't think this would be a thing to come out of my mouth 11 some years ago. No, but now I can definitely talk about it. Okay, one thing for sure from what pediatric to whatever that phase is right before you go to adult floor. Like, pediatric, when you got access to all the different things that can keep your mind going, the games, the this
yeah.
and that, toys, or whatever it might be, that all the way up to the first time you actually go to the adult floor. This had I'm just giving a timeline, but in that space of time in the hospital, I would always have like like a small level of fear in regards to getting the pain medicine, because in the IV pain medicine, it's like throw up city
Yeah.
every single time almost. So dealing with that and being in pain just puts you in a whole nother world. So I've always had that I don't even know. I'm gonna just say fear for right now of dealing with how much pain medicine is actually going to pull out of me in regards to energy, the pain, me throwing up. I'm really tired. I'm still throwing up. I'm in pain. I'm throwing up. And then as I got older and started to experience that less and less, I don't know if that's just due to me getting older as an individual, or I'm slowly starting to do things that can counter that, whether that's eating more, being more active, learning to take less pain medicine, whatever it might be. But right around that phase right there, me having that understanding of like, oh, okay, okay, the whole vomit phase is lessening, but I never thought about what phase comes after that. I was just focused on, or not really focused on, I was more aware of the whole vomit phase. And as I felt that was lessening, I was like, oh, okay, well, now things are just kind of feeling normal, quote unquote normal. So the thing that hit me and caught me off guard was the addiction phase.
Mm,
When that hit, in the beginning, I didn't recognize it as such because I started getting more of the vomit phase. And after the vomit, it would be, I'm tired, I'm sleepy, I want to stay in. I didn't know my body was adjusting to actually becoming more and more addicted to the pain medicine. I thought it was just, oh, okay, okay, this phase is slowly showing itself. The pain medicine might be too powerful. Let's lower it. But no, it was the body adjusting to, oh, this is going to be in our system a lot. Okay, all right, turn down the vomit, turn down the vomit. He's tired, put him to sleep. Da 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 da. That entire phase was actually becoming an addiction phase, and that right there was a journey for itself, because it didn't really hit me to where it's like, bro, I can't. keep doing this. Like I reached a point of I'm tired of being tired, and I feel like everybody have something in their life to where they're like, I'm tired of being tired. Like I'm doing my best, and then I fail, but now I'm tired of doing my best and failing, to where it's like I don't care what happens. I'm about to succeed at this, and it took me like 3 weeks to 2 months of actually learning how to wean myself off of pain medicine, actually learning my limits with pain medicine, actually learning when the vomit phase is approaching, or learning when my body is adjusting and slowly becoming addicted again. Like that was a whole world that I heard about, never thought about, and I still wasn't aware of it until it happened. Then yeah, that right there. Once I got through that, man, I felt like confidence shot through the roof with everything else dealing with sickle cell and just regular life. Because just in regular life, we got regular people that we can see still to this day. We might know some, we don't gotta know them. Even when it comes down to just regular medicines, the same topic is always about addiction and whatever the new medicine is that they're addicted to. And just knowing that I did that for myself, what? I'm
Mm,
good. I'm good. I can
good
definitely
for
get
you,
through whatever.
man. Yeah, good for you for being able to get through that and being aware of that and being aware of your body. And those are the stories that can be told in so many different ways, man. Like,
Hmm.
um, I feel like I feel like there's many, but
Hmm.
then, and they're not, I don't even think about, it doesn't matter the magnitude, but I think one would be the fact that I have been judged for wanting pain meds, and I didn't think that would happen. It started happening when I became a teenager. Then I had to tell myself, oh, yeah, I'm a Black woman that's coming into the hospital asking for these narcotics. But it wasn't too many times. There was a couple of times when doctors judged me for knowing my dosage and thinking that I'm asking for more.
Yep.
So it was very shocking that that happened. And then I think also like dating when I was younger, just dating and thinking like I would be judged for having sickle cell or like no one would want to date
Wow.
me. But that wasn't really the case. So it was very interesting to feel like that. But then after a while I just didn't care. I would just say like, but I don't know, when you're in your early 20s and stuff, guys aren't serious a lot of the time. So, but it was still
True.
cool that a lot of them cared. Like they would come to the hospital. A couple of boyfriends I had, like they actually came to the hospital to see me and things like that. So um I like that. And then also there was one more. Um I can't remember the last one.
Mm.
But yeah, those two, the definitely the what as you were talking about the phase between pediatric floor and the adult floor, I think also realizing, oh shoot, like when you graduate from the kids'
Oh my God.
it's like, wow, they really do treat you differently, you know? Like a reality check, like, dang,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
more freezies and stuff. Like,
Hmm. Hmm. No, that is so true. I had that experience. It didn't last long because thankfully the the time I've been here and the hospital that I go to, it's been the same hospital that I went to since I moved here, and I was going through pediatrics. So a lot of the nurses that were seeing me then, they either got promotions or moved on to the adult floor, which just so happened to be where I was going anyway. But because a lot of them, knew me and were comfortable with me, man, I don't know if I want to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyways because it's humorous to me. Man, I was 21, still on the pediatric floor.
Period. I had those moments too. Theirs is lovely too. I actually was gonna say that in our other combo. Yep, I had those moments where they're like, "Man, there's a free room. We got
Yeah.
you." Like,
Yep. It was cool to keep me there. And I'm like, I'm 21. I'm still playing the game now.
I
Yeah.
love it.
So.
Accommodations.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Why
It
not?
was cool.
No, but
It was
that
cool.
is that's a very deep question nonetheless, REM-LITE. So thank you for asking those questions. Um,
Oh.
I like
Yeah.
this episode.
I liked
As
it too.
we,
I liked it too.
mhm,
I didn't. I
yeah,
don't. I didn't really know what to expect. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna hold you, because I was like, all right, I know the format we're going for, but then it hit me because this weekend I'm trying to just keep her on all weekend so I can think of other content, and I was like, well, is it a good idea or a bad idea to bring her a part of this? I was like, I don't
mhm.
know. I don't trust her. So
You better make friends with her.
I do. I do. She has a split personality, though. That's the problem, and I don't know how she developed that. So
That's
it's the
hilarious.
yeah, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, we might be able
But
to use her again in the future, so it's cool.
yes, it was definitely cool. I like the concept. I like the questions. You
Yeah.
already know this is Moon Cell Productions collaboration with REME and over 7 days.
Yes, ma'am.
And we will be back with more as we grow. We just want to build community and talk about things that maybe we feel too reserved to talk about, but the more the merrier. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that we're able to have this conversation again.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, it was really good. Well, and I'm going to do the outro. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll be back with more. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
See you.